So I'm reviewing this guy to train. He supposedly trained like Bruce Lee for 7 days. So check it out. I have like magazines of but real quick, let me go through of Bruce Lee's routine. That was produced by his daughter Shannon Lee, and man, some of the stuff he does is brutal and some it's Ever says in the magazine that some of the things he does in the is uh, you you might have uh 3 sets of 10 or whatever on there, but some of it is you go until you can't do no more. Basically, his training is brutal, and yeah, you'll look with this guy training supposedly is training like Bruce, and then we go to this.
Bruce Lee is the world's most famous martial artist. He's known for his
That
incredible
was a cool scene of Game of Death with his nunchuck, favorite famous nunchuck a scene when he fights Dan and Santo. This is another great scene where he's fighting all the Japanese guys uh, and Chinese nation, aka Fist Fairy.
strength and speed. When Bruce Lee
That's
filmed
the
movies, many
One
directors
Inch Punch, and there's the Enter the Dragon behind the scene of Enter the Dragon.
actually complained that his punches were too fast for the camera to capture.
I will be following Bruce Lee's original workout to train the skills he's famous for. 2-finger push-ups and the 1-inch punch. First, we're gonna start off by testing our 1-inch punch. Level 1.
Okay, so let's go ahead and look at his as he's not he doesn't have the mechanics right. It is a vertical punch, but what you want to do, and is if you're just using this here, is the pushing, and you are measuring the inch, but with the knuckle. So you boom, after you got that here, you're in there. So he's hand looks to be and I'll tell you why he won't. If he breaks it, I'll tell you why. If he doesn't.
Woo! I broke level 1, which is the thinnest.
So yeah, that's easy. So you could break with button boards with this motion here. Some fact it's the beginning. If you don't really have the concept of the 1-inch punch and how it's actually channeled, then you won't. Then you're gonna have a hard time breaking boards, in general, with that punch.
This board. Each level has an increasing thickness. Level 2.
And again, his stance, everything tells me that he doesn't really know how to get the stance, proper stance for the technique that worked in here. And that's why he didn't break the board. And none of that, he hasn't trained this technique often. To really generate power from this, you don't have you can't just have this motion here, and it's not gonna do any good. But if you have the just that, right? So practice and practice the punch, and it's all help dropping the weight. Same concept when you throw a jab or any other punch. You when throw the hip and drop you drop a weight with it all at once.
Let's try level 3.
Yeah.
This obviously the level 3 is not gonna work on because fact he kind of broke the number 2 board, and this is the thickest board he has, and he just because of the fact he doesn't have the proper stance for one. I can't even say his feet, but you can't. He doesn't have the good stance on it.
Before I hurt myself, I'm done.
Little did I know there's a lot more pain to come.
Now we're gonna test our 2-finger push-ups.
It might look like I'm doing nothing.
So that is hard to do. That is a hard thing to do. I've done it in the past. The finger push-ups. Ever being as big as I was able to do it. The best thing is to start with the finger push-ups like this, and you want to have a really good. Your body has to be straight, and like you would do with push, but you really have to be able to have the upper body strength to do it. So do more push-ups, regular push-ups that you have. That way you can build your chest, push the strength of your chest as well. So you gotta keep in mind when you put through a push-up, you want to have the same way, like as the same concept if you are laying back, do a weights like this, right? If you go in you lay on the bench, you lift the weights, and you're bench pressing, you have the same motion. So even if you push-ups, you want to have the same. You want to feel that chest compression, and his form looks fine. It's just the reason why he can't do it is just if this is your first time trying to do push-up like this at all, you're not gonna be able to do it because it's simply the fact you haven't strengthened your fingers.
Nothing, but I'm trying my hardest. I also tried with 5 fingers.
This is not happening today.
But after we go through Bruce Lee's training routine,
First you gotta make sure you can actually do a proper push-ups before you can actually manage. Now his push-up form is not bad. The simple fact is that if let's say if you can't push yourself up this way, right? You're not gonna do any other push. You can't. So the best way, the next push-up, when you get able to do flat-handed, is go to knuckles. And then you have the knuckle push-ups. Then you can go up to the finger push-ups, and then you see the first when you start the same finger when you're 5 fingers push-ups, you try to do see if you do 5, then go up and up and up as you go.
we'll test again on day 7.
Now it's finally time for me to use my 1-incher. I've been waiting a long time for this. Each time we train this, we're gonna use progressively harder material. So today we're gonna start off with foam. The 1-inch thrust.
Look at his stance. Bad stance, bad form here for the 1-inch punch. I don't know his exactly background is on the his background is in martial arts, but his form is his legs. If you see what his legs are too narrow for this to work. One, his hand is too low, so let's go back a little bit right here. You could do any of the hands.
Progressively harder material. So today we're gonna start off with foam. The 1-inch thrust.
That's not at 1 inch. He's going too far out with his hand. and they come out more like this with his knuckle. Okay, that's another mistake. That's about 3 inches, between about 3 inches at least, maybe 6. You have to, depending on how long your fingers are. Some people's hands are longer than the others, so when you go in, it's not gonna be it could be like an actual punch. So that's another thing that he has. His lead leg. It looks like he's doing his using his rear hand for this. So he's going in for the rear. So his rear leg should be pivoting instead of this. Because in JKD, this is, I'm gonna stand up for a minute. Just kind of show you. In here, your hand. I don't know if you can see my hands, but the hands are here. So if I'm turning here, my hands is this. That's to my elbow. That's my elbow here, and flat up hands. And then I'm gonna pivot. At the same time, if I'm doing this motion, I'm gonna imagine this as I'm hitting something. And when I'm doing it, the lead leg should be here. I should be here. I should be bladed. Then I should be able to go here. As my body drop, as the lead leg go here, this here is you know, I know you can't see my legs, how it is, but you know how to do a proper punch, punch from, especially if you done Wing Chun, right? Especially if you done Wing Chun, you know this is the punch that you see in Jeet Kune Do and Wing Chun. This, although, unless this is the 1-inch punch can be done as done in Wing Chun, but Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch is a lot different.
Trust. Whew.
And see, okay, so see how he's dressed, doing it. He is pivoting, and he's rotating his headband. But that's not how Bruce Lee did it.
Do the moans come instinctively, or is that part of the training?
It's channeling the chi. 100 reps. Whew. 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 The main difference between the 1-inch punch and the iron fist I trained in this video is the travel distance between my fist and the target. So it's more difficult to punch hard. Whew. Whew.
Want to switch to a tech career or get promoted in your current tech role? Practicum is here for you.
Despite these restrictions, with a single 1-inch punch, Bruce Lee can knock over opponents who outweigh him by even 100 pounds. But for me, my goal is to break the level 3 board by the end of the week. My next exercise is 100 knee finger push-ups.
We'll get progressively better each day.
The hardest part about the finger push-up is the fact
So yes, that is a good way to strengthen your finger up. If you cannot do a push-up like this. Now I have done one-handed five finger push-up with one hand. When I did it with this hand, this thumb here claps, and it hasn't been the same since.
fact that your entire body weight is resting on these tiny joints on your fingers. It's hard to balance and extremely painful.
Come on!
Yeah.
It's very, very hard. Oh! The form's definitely lacking at the end here.
In addition to martial arts training, Bruce Lee also did bodybuilding exercises 3 times per week to improve his speed, strength, and of course, to develop his glorious movie star physique.
All right, it's day 2 of training like Bruce Lee. Today, I got a real treat for you. So we have Bruce Lee's original workout plan right here that we're gonna follow. Come take a look. So Bruce Lee has 2 routines. One is over here and the other one is over here. Today we're gonna do routine number 1, starting with squats. 3 sets, 95 pounds. 25 pounds on each side.
According to an interview with Jesse Glover, one of Bruce Lee's best students, Bruce Lee wanted his weight training to complement what he did in martial arts. And if stuff got in the way, then it had to go.
Bruce Lee is jacked, bro. He looks skinny as f, but this is very heavy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. 30, drop the weight by half.
Trying to keep up with Bruce Lee's workout is almost as hard as trying to catch his punch. It just ain't gonna happen, bro. The next exercise is the incline curl, and I wanted to try again at Bruce Lee's weights.
I'm done.
You've never looked worse doing an exercise.
So yeah, don't start off with weights that you haven't left yourself. So if you are not naturally doing crawls on maybe 15-20 pounds, and you jump to somebody else's weight. So if you let's say you have a partner, that person might be calling weights at 70 pounds and doing 10 reps. You're not going to turn around and pick up the same weights and lift those. No, you're going to lift the ones that you know you can lift yourself. Don't strain your body by doing something you can't lift. You can really hurt yourself. You can you can tear your muscles. You can really stand your arms out. It's good to do. Now you can have a partner. You can have a partner. That's my son. Hey, can you say hi? Don't be shy. Anyways, you can have a partner when to do what they call not cheat, but when you have deadlift curls. And what that is simply you take the weights that is heavier for you to do. So people do this for squats. So some people would do it where you do it with bench or whatever. A lot of times you do it. So a deadlift is not just like put up and from the ground and you kind of shrug it up. You have what I call deadlift. And that is simply you have a partner, and your partner, you have 2 people on both sides, and you got and they help you, and they have the hand up there, guide you up to so you can lift, so you become stronger. Yes, baby. Okay, get some drink, baby. Get something to help you to lift those so that you can then afterwards you want to another workout, and that's usually the last set you do. You take the let's say your heaviest set is 50 pounds, and you go up to 60 pounds or 55 pounds, whatever, right? You go up there, you're going at least 5 pounds or 10 pounds. Something okay, my max is 50, I can get 50 up and crawl them up, and I can do that. You go to 55, and then that's the rate you have struggling, and that you have those people to help you, guide you, and so that you become stronger to do so. And you do it 2 or 3 reps like that. Then once you and that's usually, like I said, at the end of your exercise routine that you did those deadlifts. Because these rates are the rates that felt they rates of felt dead. Like you can't lift them. They're just that heavy, right? So you do that every other time you do arms or chest or whatever, so you can improve and become stronger as you do this. So once you finish the workout, eat or drink a protein shake after you're fully done with your workout, so you replenish the protein that you use. Okay. So that's it. That's why he can't do what he wanted to do in this video, because he wasn't strong enough to lift the weight.
Weights are insanely high, dude. It says he's 130 pounds. I'm 150. He's curling half his body weight, bro. Bruce Lee is superhuman. I'm convinced.
Maybe someday I'll catch up, but for now I'm gonna do rest of the workout at half weight. This even aligns with Bruce Lee's philosophy because he geared his routine for function rather than sheer muscle size. So his workouts include a lot of stretching and movements that improve your range of motion.
What? Dumbbell circles, number infinite. This is infinite.
I mean, legend says he's still doing it today.
I'm just gonna assume INF means until failure, but comment below what you think it means.
Yes, exactly. It's until failure. That's what it's exactly what that means.
And he always finishes his workout with the abs and the legs. So our training is all about gradual but constant growth. On day 1, I couldn't even get a full 5-finger push-ups, so we're gonna try that today. Ooh.
Yeah. Exactly.
The new best
let's
way
get
to
this.
make money online that nobody's talking about is something you've never heard of before. It's using.
So, exactly. Every bodybuilders, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, look at his back. They was so impressed how the formation of his back. They call it the Christmas tree. Because the way his back was so ripped.
And that's why I'm pretty proud of my progress so far, even though I'm very far away from the 2-finger push-up. Another thing Bruce Lee trained regularly is his punching speed.
Sorry, I need your help. Here, grab my
That
ball.
was tripping there in the spot there. That was awesome. Nice little.
Hold on. I want you to throw these balls at me randomly, and I'll try to hit them in the air.
This is a modified boxing exercise that trains your reaction speed.
Like, this is supposed to be a surprise, or like?
No. Oh, okay.
Never take your eyes off your opponent.
Oh.
Also, he uses he will use a string that was hanging down the ceiling, and the paper itself was like head level, and he wouldn't touch it. He would make sure that his punch, when he throw a punch, it was be a snap. So he'd be a distance player, and when he throw a punch, and if the snap of the punch your punch made the paper move back, he know that he exactly was snapping the punch, his punch this time. None of that, it increases his speed.
This is pretty fun.
the way he's doing that, nobody punches that way. So it's gotta be kind of hard to do it. He's doing this and he's going down. He uses these knuckles to hit him down. So he's slapping them down with the 3 knuckles. Which is allowing him to hit the balls. I can understand that I should try to punch these that way, but I do recommend him try to do it again to see he become more accurate, to have more accuracy, and not relying on speed. Speed will come later as you practice this technique over and over again.
Oh, multi-shot.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm getting good at this.
All right, buddy guy.
I'm a ninja.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Always be watching.
And I finished off today's training by upgrading from foam to sandbag 1-inch punches. For us to get maximum benefit from Bruce Lee's training routine, we must also eat like Bruce Lee. And it's well documented that Bruce Lee mostly eats Chinese food, but once a week he eats liver.
We are at an Asian supermarket because Asian people, we eat this stuff. There's pork liver, beef liver, tasty.
Yeah.
All right.
I do not like liver. I tried liver. It is ugh. It's very irony tasting, and it's good for you. But if you get stomach and you pass the taste, or somehow make it taste pretty damn good, then I say go for it. Eat it because it is really good for you.
Dinner is served. I got my mom to cook this, so it's beef liver with bell peppers, green onions, ginger, and spices, and a lot of flavor. There's like a slight bitter aftertaste, and it's extremely mushy in texture. This is actually pretty good. I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10. Despite the taste, the reason why Bruce Lee ate liver once a week is because it is considered a superfood. It contains a lot of vitamins and a lot of micronutrients. By the way, I see all these YouTubers pan-frying liver. That's gonna be disgusting, bro. This is how you actually cook it. The authentic Chinese way. All right, it's day 4, another gym day. So today we got Bruce Lee's second workout routine. It's very similar to the first one, but the exercises are switched around a little bit. Still gonna be tiring AF. All right, we're gonna start off with some squats. The squat rack is taken. We'll use a squat machine. It's actually good because the machine will help me with my form and I can do a little bit more weight. So today we're gonna...
That's actually a false thing. I see a lot of people who does squat machines and have terrible forms doing this, because the fact that they when they do their legs are not parallel, neither that their back are so you're not sent down, you're not squatting down like you're supposed to, and you become imbalanced. Unless you already train for 3 weights, then yeah, that's not bad because you already have the form that you need. But if you start with that and that's all you do, you're gonna have bad form, and then when you gradually go to 3 weights, it's gonna be bad on your back and your legs when you do that form.
Add 5 or 10 pounds to each exercise depending on what it is. My legs are still sore from last time's exercise.
Each time I train, I'm adding more weight because to Bruce Lee, the secret of success in bodybuilding lay in the word progressive. And his entire workout was built on the 3 core tenets: stretching for flexibility, weight training for strength, and cardiovascular activity for his respiratory system.
I'm ready to crash. I just want to sleep. I'm so tired. Today we're going to be training our finger strength, and I bought this grip trainer, but I'm only going to use it with my fingers. This is going to train my joints for the finger push-ups. I'm just going to carry this everywhere I go.
Not only that, but thinking about those the hand trainer like that, you're gonna do the same thing with the tennis ball. And what you want to do, you want to squeeze on this, like that. You could do this without it, and see how I'm doing the same concept. But what is actually working is the forearm motion, because that's what it's good for. It's good for get a good grip. You can do this with both hands and just really squeeze, and you can hold it without that. I can do this and flex like that, and that's really good for you. Or just really make this. Just do that. That's a really good exercise as well for your joints.
We're taking away a finger.
Moving down to 4-finger exponentially increases the difficulty of this exercise. And in order to finish the 100 reps, I had to take a lot of breaks in between.
Now, I've done push-ups where I'm doing these fingers, and it's pretty hard. Oh, look at him struggling.
After the finger push-ups, I continued to practice 1-inch punch on each fist. And after a while, I was feeling a little confident, so I wanted to try the level 3 board again.
I would recommend him to do number 2, because he still have the same stance and it's still pretty damn bad.
Funny? I called it, bro.
Unwilling to give up, I just kept trying.
Wow.
But that's where I messed up.
Bro, do you see this?
That's swollen.
I have a tumor. Oh my god. What the fuck?
Want to switch to a tech career or get promoted in your current tech role? Practice is here for you. Highest ranked.
This is actually slightly concerning.
Yeah, only slightly.
Hey, so the reason why he's not gonna swollen the way it is the fact he's when he's doing the 1-inch punch, it's horribly wrong. I do recommend him to check out the 1 and 3-inch power punch. For this, it is fairly strange. Or watch YouTube videos that will help him to understand the concept of the 1-inch punch.
Yeah, holy
The swelling from my hand has gone down significantly from yesterday because I put some Diedajo by your guys' recommendation. It still hurts when I punch, but good thing I'm not punching today. I'm just doing workouts. And one thing I read yesterday that inspired me is Bruce Lee, when he was 28 years old, at the height of his career, he had a severe back injury during his training. Doctors were telling him, you're not going to be able to train martial arts for the rest of your life.
But Bruce Lee doesn't like to hear you can't.
So yeah, what happened is that he had his back injury was due a workout exercise called Good Mornings. Good Mornings is where you have a rack on your back and you lean back forward and you stretch the muscles out. And what he did, he had 70 pounds. He was doing 10 reps to do this, and he ended up at the his last rep and strained his back, and he blew his back out doing the exercise.
So he did the only thing that he could. For the next year, he spent in bed researching kinesiology and eventually found a way to recover. Bruce Lee proved the doctor.
I like the little scene here. This is the Dragon of the Bruce Lee story, starring J.C. Scott Lee. Awesome. I think it's an awesome movie. I have a buddy of mine who doesn't like the movie, because he knows a lot more about Bruce Lee, and he didn't feel like the the movie itself actually told the Bruce Lee story as accurate as he knows it to be, but it doesn't mean it's not a fun movie to watch. You know, not bad.
Doctors wrong through sheer persistence.
The only thing they did get wrong with was when Ron Jackman supposedly jump up and kick him in the back, and that's what paralyzed him. That's not what paralyzed him. It was the Good Mornings that actually did it.
And his unwillingness to accept defeat. And this is
the drawing you see is in the book titled of Jeet Kune Do, which I have right here. This book here, which the backwards. This book here, what you saw in the movie, and on the sketch, it's actually right here's some of the drawings that Bruce did and put in movies.
when he came up with his famous saying, "Walk on."
It's kind of similar to our channel slogan, go beyond. Push beyond your limits. It's now the day of the final test. Let's get started with the 2-finger push-ups. On day 1, I wasn't able to get 5-finger push-ups, but through repeated practice, I was able to get down to 4-finger push-ups. Today, let's start off with 3 fingers, then we'll move to 2 fingers. 5 reps each just to prove that I can do it with confidence.
Now, time for the 2-finger push-up.
He's straining into a bit. So he's strained there. You should strain like that because now you have 2 fingers that's holding you up, and it is a very straining workout if you've not done it before. 5 reps on those. Bravo! I clap for you, guy, my dude.
I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I haven't tried it with 2, but when it comes to performance under pressure, you know I always got it. 2-finger push-ups, baby!
I'm actually a little impressed.
Next, we'll test our 1-inch punch, starting with level 2, because we already beat level 1. This is a 1-inch punch, level 2. Solid?
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, okay. After a couple tries, it's starting to bruise again. With the right hand, I couldn't put my full force into it because I don't want to damage it more.
It would be a pretty disappointing video if I just gave up here, so I'm trying again with my left hand.
We good, right?
Very good.
Woo! Level 2, baby! Now it's time for level 3 of the 1-inch punch. And yesterday, we asked strangers to try the 1-inch punch, so watch that video after this.
It's pretty solid.
This is what broke me, but I'm gonna break it.
Good thrust. Okay, come on.
Ooh. Woo!
Nice, he did it finally. Even though his stance and stuff is really not good. I'm basically why he was able to do it because of the fact he was able to judge himself better, and then his stance looks a lot better when he went from the left hand, which Bruce traditionally did. So although you can do it with both spades, you just have to learn how to. So when you do it with the right hand, you want to be able to turn your body all the way over with it, like you would when you throw a cross or a hook or whatever. So that's where the power is coming from the hip. Other than that, not bad video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like what you like. Smash that thumbs up. I hope you like to see my kids on here with my video today. At summertime, they're out of school. I can't stop making videos just because they're here. Anyways, I am out. Thank you for watching. Peace.